Hello crafters and welcome to P2PCrafts Presents, brought to you by From Picture to Page and Beyond Papercraft shows. Now I'm Michelle Brown, Creative Director at From Picture to Page, which is our scrapbooking, mixed media art papercrafts and card making community. Now P2PCraft brings a whole heap of video demonstrations right into your living rooms and craft rooms. We're covering scrapbooking, stamping, card making, art journaling, mixed media, all of the papercrafts have been covered. So to catch up on the videos or rewatch your favourites, head over to our website from picturetopageandbeyond.com.au where you can see all the replays, get in touch with our talented retailers and of course continue to support them in these challenging times. Now while you're over at the website, make sure you're on our email list, and at the end of each week we send you out a full list of everyone who's on, let you know what's coming up, as well as details about our surveys, our card swaps and everything else that we've got going on. And while you're here, whether you're here in Facebook or you're watching a replay in Facebook or YouTube, we would love to know that you're there. So pop in the comments, say hi, just like Lorraine and Yolanda have. Let us know that you're there. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments as well, and we will do our very best to answer them. So today, P2PCrafts presents Snazzi Scrapping with Michelle. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. How are you going?
I'm going well. How are you going today?
Oh, pretty good.
That's good. That's good. I believe you've been doing some card making lately.
I have been doing a little bit, and I've got quite a bit to show this afternoon. So hopefully our technology will work.
Excellent. We have had a few little challenges today, so the video might not be quite what we were hoping, but I'm sure everyone will still get an understanding. And of course, they can head over to your website for detailed pics as well.
Yep, that's
Excellent.
right.
So tell us a little bit about these new dies that you've got.
Oh, well, I've on my design team, I've now got 4 girls on my design team, so they all bring a different wealth of knowledge to the team. And one of them, Nick, said, I think you need to do some Slimline Dies. So we've just brought out 4, and we're going to have a little promotion this afternoon during the show, so keep those comments coming in. And I'm really happy with the 4 designs that have come out. I'm going to show you. The girls didn't get them quite quick enough, only Hayley. So I've had to do the samples myself, which I'm not really a card maker. I'm a scrapbooker by trade, but I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed sitting down and making something with them. But before we get started, the last interview I had with you, I thanked all these people, and I didn't thank my nephew who had built the website for me. So a shout out to Michael, because of COVID, if I didn't have that website, I would have been closing my doors. So
yeah, excellent. Well, Michael, thank you so much for the great work that you've done.
Yes, no, he's done a great great job, but I've got lots to show you this afternoon, so it's going to take
before you jump in, when you talk about Slimline Dies, how does that differ or compare to normal dies?
Well, they're designed to fit in a long business envelope.
Right, so it's the shape of the card.
Yes, the shape of the card. So the ones that have been bought out already, they're American sizes, and mine fit in a DL envelope, but I found, my sister told me about DLX envelopes. I didn't even know there was DLX envelopes. So I went down to Officeworks and got a packet of 100 for $6, and it allows you to put embellishments and everything like that. Still the same postage as your normal letter, but I've got one today to show you how comfortably they fit in that DLX envelope. Yeah, so they're a long skinny for a long skinny card.
Excellent.
And yeah, but there's lots you can do with them.
Yeah, it's good sometimes to have a bit of a different shape, because we actually sort of have to think differently with looking at it, sort of looking at the length or the height of it rather than the width.
Yeah. So you just got to be careful, because some of them are very long that they're bringing out. They would not fit in an envelope. So but I've just designed another 4 sets this week, so they're going off to my sister tomorrow, and they're I'm not giving out
No,
anything.
don't you keep it a secret for us.
I've got another cross with you in October, and there's them and this really, really clever thing that I've done
Excellent.
I've put into a die that that I want to announce then. But this week we've got our I've got my Australian flora stamps and dies coming. So they'll be I was hoping they'd get here in time, but they didn't just quite make it. So
I think we all know that feeling at the moment.
Yeah, well, the same lady that drew the Aussie birds and the silo and wool shed that you'll see today, she's done the flowers for me. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Now, when you're cutting the slim lines out on your die cutter, is there anything different that you need to do?
Well, I don't have long plates.
Right.
I don't have a lot of gear personally. Like I have a lot for the shop, but it's like you run a business. You sell them to the customers more than keeps product yourself. But I do have a big shot, and I don't have the long plates for it, but I just cut half the die or nearly 3/4 of the die, whipped it around and did the rest. Like I just you can manage. You can manage without having the long plates. Yeah.
Excellent. So Yolanda was just asking, do you think they'd be suitable for a Sizzix sidekick? So what do you think would be the minimum
they're less than 10 centimetres wide, and I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure the sidekick, how wide they have to, I think the sidekick, the die has to be less than 6.3 centimetres.
So so you'd still need
only takes a very
of about 4
slim
inches.
die. Yeah. So these are around 9 centimetres wide. They're round your DL size envelope. Yeah. Some of them, one of them's a little bit. They do have the sizes on the website though. On the products, we do have the exact sizes on there.
Excellent. So Yolanda said, it's 6.5 centimetres, so they probably would not fit in those small sidekick cutters.
No, that's a good excuse for Yolanda to go and buy herself a big shot.
I think so. I think once you've got the big shot, they are really so versatile because, of course, you can put smaller dies in a bigger cutter, but the larger ones, you're just really asking for trouble in the smaller cutters.
Well, I always had, you'd be like me. You had the Cuttlebug first because it came out first. So I had that. I probably got 2 or 3 of them because I used them down at the shop all the time. And there was no use having one cutter. I got the original red Sizzix. I've got 2 of them. And I'm giving one to my daughter for her classroom because they're great for kids to use because, it's just a press down. And then I've got when I bought the big shot, I actually bought it from Spotlight because I got it cheaper there than what I could get it for. That's all I use, honestly. It's all I use. My daughter's
so they
got
would fit into the Cuttlebug, wouldn't they? Because the Cuttlebug's sort of, 4.5 inches, I think.
Yes. I just like the big shot because it runs flat most of the time. I swap my plates over and that all the time so they stay flat. And I always cut with a metal shim. So I never have any problems. I'm surprised how many people don't know about metal shims, but I always cut out my dies with a metal shim so I don't have any problems with them.
Exactly. And that just gives it that little bit of extra thickness because you're really using fixed set rollers and then just adjusting what you're putting in that sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, let's hop into your demonstration. We're so looking forward to it. Okay, now while Michelle's getting set up, hello, and yes, welcome to Yolanda, welcome to Helen and Jenny. It's so great to see some new names, and Emma's good to see some regulars back as well, and we've got Anne and Narelle and Elizabeth. That's fantastic, and Faye, who's done an amazing job on making cards this week over at our Papercraft Posse group, which is our Facebook group for from Picture to Page and beyond. Now, Michelle, I'm just going to need you to move your camera down a little bit. Down a little bit more, bit further. That's it. Just a tiny bit more. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Let's hand over to Michelle. Okay, take it away, Michelle. Now, we know that this is going to be a little bit sideways, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. Okay, go.
Okay, I'm really sorry about this because I need a new iPhone, Michelle.
You do. Perhaps if you could just move the camera a little bit towards you. Yep, there we go. Let's work on that.
Okay.
And then just move your paper a little bit to your left and we'll be right. that looks good.
Okay, so I'll just think that it's coming out sideways on my...
Yeah, it is coming out sideways because we couldn't get the camera to rotate, so.
Okay. Do you want me to try and rotate it?
If you'd like to give it a quick try. Okay, this is our big challenge with the technology, is the whole portrait and landscape thing on phones, which we're using as our main cameras, because for those of you, I'm sure, anywhere in Australia, it's almost impossible to get webcams at the moment. So that looks better, Michelle. You just need to move it into the space in the lid. Yep, we're looking through the lid again and it's very blurry. That's it. Oh, see, now it's upside down, so turn it all the way. Yep, that's looking good. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, Michelle, take it away.
Okay, so this is one of our new paper ranges, and I sort of quickly showed you that last time, but I just wanted to show you with a few samples that the girls have done. So I'm going to do this very, very quickly. So this one's called Blue Meadow, and this one Anne-Marie's made. It's a open up card, very simple. One from Nicole. So that's just all these sentiments, everything come in the card pack. And then this one is from Nicole as well. So that's a nice little sympathy one. This is my favourite range, the Christmas range. So that's the Christmas range that I brought out. It's been very popular. Everyone loves this type of card. So Anne-Marie made this card.
They're very clever.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll tell you a secret. I've got a die coming out with that one.
No.
It's called a creator card die. See, I've told you. But it's in getting produced, so I'm thinking that I'll be pretty safe. Yeah, so you get all the bits to do the base of the card, and then your strips and the little squares, everything. Yep. So hopefully that'll be here very soon. Okay, so then this one's in that pack as well. And Hayley's mixed the pack with our Aussie birds, which I think looks pretty good. Nicole's done this one with the poinsettia. You get that in the kit. And she's also done with this one with the best wishes. And then Hayley's done this one. It's got a little bit of pink in the kit as well. So people like a pink Christmas. Yeah. So that one's been popular. Then my next one, which I've only got a couple of samples, so we'll get rid of the paper then. So this is the Sea Adventure. And Nick's made this lovely card. You get some little shells, real shells in the kit if you buy the kit. And it's got lots of shells and things for you to fussy cut. I'm not really a beach girl. I don't know whether you are, Michelle, but the kids loved the beach when we were younger, but not so much me.
Yes, well, of course, in Melbourne, we're in still lockdown and I'm not within 5 kilometres of a beach, so I haven't seen a beach in many, many, many months.
Yes, so I can imagine that. Now, I wanted to show you a couple of our very popular dies that I've just bought out.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say I designed this because we all know what an iPhone is. So
an iPhone die, what a fantastic idea.
Well, I just drew it up one Sunday. It was Hayley's idea. She has some great ideas, more younger ideas because she's a bit younger than me. So she came up with this idea, and this is actually a shaker card.
Oh, that's very clever.
Yeah, so it is using our emoji dies as well.
Uh-huh.
And often if I have little freebie packs that I give my customers, and you might be lucky if you're lucky to get an emoji die. But Hayley, they're all into shaker cards, these girls, and so I got some shaker mixes in, and I just wanted to show the size comparison with these. Now, this will be it'll be the first and last time I'll have shaker mixes in, because I decided they came in big bags, Michelle, and I decided I would fill all these myself.
Oh dear.
And Dave has decided that we're not having shaker mixers in the house anymore because he does the vacuuming.
Oh dear.
And they were everywhere. But a lot of people, it does have the sizes on the website, but a lot of people they're ordering this little one for $1.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see the size comparison, this one's $8.
Right.
So you get a lot more in this one
Mm-hmm.
than these little ones, okay? And then this is one that Nick's made. They've both used acetate with this, which I think is really clever. So they've put their bits and pieces underneath. And then Hayley's done this one, which really stands out as well with the pink, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But how cute is that
Yeah.
effect?
And certainly, like, especially boy cards from about, 10 until about 24. I mean, who knows what to put on male cards? They're perfect.
There's this one that does sort of a grin and things like that, and then there's the cranky one that you can put on there if you like, or the one that has a bit of a wink on it. So they're very popular at the moment. So that's really good. Now, last time I showed you the ute as part of our card series and the panel band. So these are that's a shaker card. Nick loves her shaker cards. Hayley's done this one, and don't you love the saying, happy birthday from your favourite daughter? So that's for all of you people that, like to give your mum and dad something to think that you're the favourite daughter. Well, this one's really popular. And she's made this one, and look, it's a slide card. Driving by to say, and then slide it along, happy birthday.
Oh, that is so clever.
Yeah, and look, I know I'm giving Stampin' Up a plug here, but I love their Lovely as a Tree stamp set.
Yeah,
and I've got
beautiful.
some very good friends that are Stampin' Up consultants, so that's okay. Nick's sister-in-law, I think it is a Stampin' Up consultant.
Oh, lovely. And yes, and we had Stamping Up featured this week as well.
Yeah, and they're a great company. So they were the ones that I just released when I talked to you last time. So now, in our new release, we have the Datsun 1600 and the Monaro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the Monaro's been very popular. So Hayley's made this great card with the Datsun 1600, and I like this because she's just used the plain stamp. She hasn't coloured anything in, and it just looks, with the matte background, that a real mail card, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then Nick's used a bit of darker endorsed stencil here, and she's done the Datsun in bright red. Hayley's done another one, happy birthday from your favourite sister. She likes using that stamp. I would show you the stamp set, but it's got very rude words on it.
Oh, she's everybody's favourite.
Yes. So she's done it in yellow, but I love the Monaro samples they've done. So Nick's done this one. Isn't it funny how whenever people think they're going to do a fast card, they use red?
Yeah.
And then Hayley's done this one. These birthdays seem to race on by.
A really fast card.
Fantastic. Yeah, that one. It's a Mustang. Sorry. I'm calling it a Monaro, and Dave's whispering to me, Mustang.
I did worry about that image on the grill. I was thinking there was a bit of a discrepancy there. I'm glad. Thanks for Dave for clearing that up.
I'm so sorry. He chooses which cars I bring out. So that's his input. But I will tell you, we've got a stamp set coming out with a bit of tyre tread and some sentiments that will be going, that you'll be able to use with our car stamp and die. So we now have 8 of those. Yeah. So that I'm very, very happy with those ones. So these are our newest Stampin' Dies. So that's our Australian Aussie birds. So you get the 4 stamps and the dies with them. And these, I bought these out together. This is the woolshed and the silos because my friend Lynn from Lynn Artwork, I approached Lynn about hand drawing these images for me. So she's done them and the florals that I've got coming out this week. She does an amazing job.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like we have lost Michelle. Just hold on a minute and we will get her back. Okay, I'll hand the screen back to you. Take it away.
Sorry about that, Michelle.
That's okay. Nothing like a bit of excitement in the middle of our videos.
Somebody was trying to ring Dave, and as you know, my phone wouldn't work for this. So, okay, so these ones were hand drawn by my friend Lynn from Lynn Artwork, and she's doing our Australian florals as well. So these are just a couple of cards that the girls have done. So I love this one with Hayley, and of course she's used that stamp again. But how cute is that? Happy birthday from your favourite sister. I am going to post the photos of all these after the show, okay? So
excellent. And I do wonder if she's the sister at the end that's upside down.
Yeah, everyone's got a sister like that, haven't they? Now
mine might be watching. I'm not going to comment.
This one Hayley's done also, and that's using our large gum leaf die. She's done that. I used that die on quite a few of our cards, and it just looks, it just comes up really nicely with the embossing on the side.
Yeah.
So, distressing, you know what I mean. Now this one, Nick's done with the silos, and she's got the silo trail because that comes in the set, the silo trail. There's a lot of people that, caravan around and go on that silo trail. And this one she actually took, there's actually a silo with the kookaburras on it. And she's also used our little small gum leaf die on that one. So this one she's done. That's just a plain one without the woolshed, and she's heat embossed that. But I love this one. We were talking about this the other day, talking about the retiform technique.
Yes.
So this retiform means lines and sections and all that type of thing. So I just wanted to show you quickly, very quickly. So that's the card that she's done. So this is virtually you use Post-it notes, and the long ones are the best because they can cover the whole thing. So retiform means lines, right? And most of the time you would divide your page into 3 sections. So you might put one there to start with and then one across like this. Okay, so you do that. Then you just get your ink, and I'm going to use the peeled paint distress oxide today. Okay, so you just get a bit of that on your brush, and you just away from the Post-it note. And then, as you can see, like she's got darker colours near the edge, so it's a good idea to get that quite dark because you want those bits to stand out. So that's very quick. I'm only doing that one little section. I'm not doing the whole card, Michelle.
It's okay. We could do the whole card if you wanted to.
No, that's all right. You'll get the idea. So then it's easier. You've done that little section. It's easier if you stamp then. Okay, so it's easier to do your one little section at a time then to try and get your post-it notes in the
move
exact
it back.
same
Excellent.
place. So you decide what you're going to do there, and then you just do your little stamp. You can do 2 or 3 if you want. I'm sort of just going to do them like that. Okay, now you can reuse these post-it notes. So the next part, what you do with that, it's easier if you take this one off, and look, you've got that lovely fine line. Leave this one on because you're going to do the next section. And when you put your little post-it note, just make sure you've got a little bit of the design there that you can see.
Right.
So it means that the design's going to match up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you just grab your green again, or you can do purple and green or whatever, bright colours. The best thing is, though, see how Nick's done this set, and she's used the silos, the cockatoos, the header, the wheat, and the wheat border that we've got, is to get a set that's coordinated. So if you've got all flowers, yep, you can do that, your sentiment, whatever. So you just do exactly the same thing with this one, and then you can stamp a different stamp with the rest. But very easy, and you end up with something like that.
Excellent. Yeah. And Debbie was saying that silo is near her at Tungama?
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So that's her. Yeah, well, it was really funny because Nick showed me the card, I thought, oh wow, that's fantastic. And she said it's an actual one and sent me the link. Yeah, Tungama. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping Debbie McDonald. Well, there you go.
That's the one, yes.
Yeah. So next I wanted to show you, these are the new stamp sets that I've come out with, that I designed myself. So this set's actually designed to put on the back of the card. So for all you people that want people to know that it's hand stamped, or this one says, yes, I made this, so don't throw it out. So I mean, you could use the God bless and the with love as a sentiment on your card, but they're created just for you. Often people are looking for something just to have that little handmade thing on their card.
Yeah.
So, or you can use it on tags. I gave one to the local, there's 2 young girls, Dubbo Soy Candles. They make candles, and I gave them a set. They're only, I think, about 10 or 12. And I gave them a set so they could make their own little handmade tags. So I've done them. Then I've done your old sentiment sets, and everybody, has a couple of sentiment sets, but I hate how you've got to buy, like they might have one with just all birthday, and then one with Christmas. So these sets are only $8 each, and I've done them with various things, so you don't have to outlay a lot of money to get every sentiment that you need. So that's just the plain sentiments. And then I've done some sets that have these are my insert verse stamps.
Oh, what a great idea.
Yeah, so they're just for you to put a verse inside a card. And so this one has 2 on the set. This one has 1 with a couple of sentiments. And the third set has 1 with a couple of sentiments. And then I've got 2 of those in Christmas as well. So they've been very, very popular. And I did actually bring out this die as well. That's the finished product of the die. That's what the die looks like. So they're designed for the stamps to fit in these are called my sentiment set dies. I've got another set 2 coming this week that's got a square and an oval and then 2 other shapes. Yeah. So they're to make life easier. But I wanted to get on to what we all came here for today, which was our Slimline Dies. I'm nervous about this, Michelle, because I made the samples.
No, you don't need to be nervous. We're all friends here.
Oh, I know. Well, first I wanted to show you this one because I made it. It's actually one that opens. It's using our ornate tag like ornate ones. I can't remember. I'm a bit nervous. Now this one's designed to put money in, but I've used the insert verse inside with the one of the scallop ones. So I'll show you. They are large. See how they're large.
Yeah, large and skinny.
Yeah. So
Could you
I
actually just move it up a little bit? We can't quite see the detail down the bottom.
Okay.
That's it. Yep, lovely.
That's better.
Yeah, that's such a pretty little swirl.
Yeah. So when I post the photos after today, Sharon, our newest design team member, I chose Sharon. I asked Sharon to be on the design team because she just thinks a little bit different to the rest of us. She's made a lovely bookmark with one of these.
Yeah.
So I'll post a photo of that. But yeah, perfect size for a bookmark, that small one. I actually, the first card I made, because I thought of them, didn't know much about slimline cards, and I actually thought of them as that would be the card. This is the one I made first, and then you just write on the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's I envisaged it going into the envelope like that, and you just wrote on the back. So this is the DLX envelope. It actually fits in a DL, but that just gives you a bit extra room if you want to add more to it. And you'll see that size as well. See? Same postage as your normal postage. But I wanted to show you this little stamp that I did there. That is the sentiment one. And what I did with that, I don't know whether people have done this before. I found that our last cross, Michelle, it was the simple things that I did that people actually liked.
Yeah.
So
well, you're either learning something new that we can do, or it's reminding us of something that we might have done before.
Yeah. Well, I stamped the candle, and then this is just my little mini in bundled sage. So I don't know whether you've done this before. You just put a bit of colour on your acrylic block, and then you just get your water brush, and you just pick up the colour with that, and then just paint your leaves. I'm sure you've done it before, Michelle.
I've haven't actually used it for colouring. I've used it for then stamping and creating backgrounds.
Oh, haven't you?
Yeah.
I would imagine that you like messy things because your shop's called Creating Mixed Media Art, isn't it?
Yes, I'm a bit more of an art journaler and a jelly printer, so I tend to play with a lot more paints than delicate colouring. It's not that I don't do it, it's just that I don't always have the patience for it.
And see, I don't like mess. Anybody that knows me personally knows that I don't like all that messy stuff. So when you're finished with the colour there, and then this is just a little bit of
I'm so messy that even this week I was using my fingers in gel medium to do some collage.
Oh, okay.
It was fine in the class. The problem was touching the computer with glue on my hands.
I love seeing one of my favourites, Rachel Gregg, and you'd know Rachel. And every couple of weeks she posts what she's done in her journal for the week. And she does some amazing things. She must have a bit of time on her hands. I don't get much time to play and that with my own things, but she must have a fair bit of time to be able to get stuff. So that's just an easy way to be able to.
So now if you pick that block up and turned it over on that scrap piece of paper, it'd give you an interesting print.
And you could even swirl it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do a background with it. I It's amazing.
Nothing is ever
Anyway,
wasted.
that's just a quick and easy way to colour your stamps. And that I did use Copic markers though, so
Yeah, it
I'm
can
going to
work with
show.
markers,
So
it can work with ink pads.
yeah, I always use the Copics with Meadow. So this was the first one that I made with the Slimline Dies. So I've made this one using our beautiful girl stamp set, which is probably my favourite. So I used the
Yeah,
Copic
they are lovely.
then. Now you're also left with 3 ovals that I don't know what I'm going to do with, but I could use them. You could actually use them with the words. So you get that, and you get a stitched oval
Oh,
that will
wow.
actually
Uh-huh.
go inside that
Yep.
as well, and then you get the love and the hugs as well. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
that's the first set. So yeah, so the outer die does your matte, and then the inner die does that with the ovals.
Right, so
And
it's
then
the
I
two-piece
want,
die. You have the outside rectangle and then the inside with the ovals.
yes, and then you can use this other oval to do an inner oval if you wanted to
Right.
as well, and it's got stitching around it. And then you get the love and the hugs. So there's 5 dies in that set.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah, so that's that one that I did. Now the next one. Okay, so that's this one. It's got 2 dies at the moment, but it's going to have a third one that I've got coming that I'm sending to people that have already purchased it. Because you know how you do things and then you play with it yourself and you think, oh, I should have done that different.
Yeah.
So this one cuts out the frame, and that is a separate, and the square behind is a separate one.
Oh, okay,
But
so the edge has got a little frill on
yeah,
it.
I meant to cut it out as one big block. So
Right.
I've got that remade to cut, so you'll get another die. See, I didn't stick that down on purpose so you can see.
Right.
You get a little thin one and the rectangle, but it's going to have another one included with it to do the whole back. And then you get the insert one, and you end up with 3 little stars as well. But that one has no words with it. But I put the 3 birds and then the happy birthday mate on there. So I quite enjoyed doing that one. I did them
Yeah,
with
that's
pocket
cute.
markers as well. Haley's, everyone loves this one. So this is just, you get that die and then friend die. So when I designed that die, my idea was that you would do a background and put it on top, right? So that's what I envisaged. You actually get the square cuts out, so you can use that. I'll tell you how you can use that in a minute. So that's what I envisaged people would do. That it'd be like, you could do vibrant colours in the background, and then it'd show up underneath. So Hayley has sent this one. She's used our Garden Affair paper and she's put the friend over the top. But I'll post a photo after this where Sharon she used hers to do a bit of
Ah.
ribbon. Yeah, I've done
Oh,
that one.
lovely.
But when you see her sample, it's fantastic because she's done the ribbon weaving and then she's put the square back in over the top. So,
Right.
and a centre on top of that.
Uh-huh.
And it's really easy to do. So, yeah, I think that's going to be what most people are going to use that die for.
Yeah. And I mean,
'Cause
haven't we all got a whole heap of ribbon that we're not really using as well?
well, you could use ribbon or paper mache either. You cut
Yes,
long
you could cut
strips
up
of
gel prints into strips and weave them.
paper and everything. So that was that one. Yeah, that's proving to be the most popular. Who would think that would be the most popular? But anyway, and then we've got the ornate one that I showed you already, and that's using these lovely shimmer shakers. So have you used them before?
Ah, no, I
From
haven't. No.
Yeah, so that's going to be my last thing I'm going to show you today because you know I hate mess. So I had a customer called Catherine, and this is the same brand that bought out the pixie powders,
Right.
and I used to
Okay.
stock the pixie powders all the time. They were really popular, and then they've bought out these shimmer shakers. So, I mean, they're messy, but I don't mind this, you know. So all you do, and I love that it's got this little
Yeah,
top.
cover on it. Oh, that's very clever. And it's attached so you won't lose it.
Yes. So all you do is just sprinkle wherever you like. And the thing is, no two backgrounds are ever going to be the same. So just sprinkle a bit of that. And then I'm going to use the red that I used as well. They come in all different colours. We've got lots of colours on the website.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also got the ones with the sparkle in them as well. So these are a shimmer, and then all you do is spritz. Now, if you decide that you haven't got enough colour there, like you might have more red than yellow, you just go again and spritz again. And
Oh,
you'll get
wow. And
these,
the colour just comes to
yeah,
life.
lovely backgrounds. When I did do those samples, I had them all over the kitchen everywhere, drying. Yeah, drying, and then just put them there. And they just, as you can see with that one, I don't know
Yeah.
whether you can sort of see the shimmer on them. They
Yeah, we
might
can
be,
sort of just see. Yeah, as it
yeah,
catches the
it's a
light.
lot nicer in real life.
Right.
It's like similar to the Dilutions shimmer sprays.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I love them too. The only problem with them is I find that, say you did red here, you can't really do yellow over the top.
Mm.
It's sort of one colour outblocks the other.
Yeah.
Whereas with these, you can have, bursts of all different colour all over the place.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Michelle Faye was asking, have you used a special paper there?
No, that's just with all my paper, I use the House of Paper smooth white cardstock.
Smooth white.
I think it's very similar to your plain cardstock that you get from Officeworks and all those places, and it's probably about 220 GSM.
Right, 220,
I
so
just
quite
like
heavy.
it because I just use it for stamping and everything. I've used it for years.
Yeah, it's lovely. And Anne just wanted to know what was in the spray bottle.
Or water.
Just water.
Yeah, I could have a drink and that, but just water. So they've just got water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so the powders
nothing
are
else.
activated with water.
Yeah, yeah. So very easy. Now, I wanted to do a couple of little announcements. So there's been quite a few people comment, and what Michelle's going to do after we sign off is do a number generator, and she's going to choose two people that are going to get their own Slimline die set. How about that, Michelle?
Wow. That was a
Working?
little bit hard to hear you, so we might just get your camera back up and then you can tell us that again.
Okay. Do you want me to bring it on to me?
Yeah, bring it on to you. Okay. So while Michelle's doing that, thank you all so much for the comments. It's great to see all those different questions as well. And a good question about the paper and the what's in the spray bottle, because sometimes it's those little things that when we don't catch them, they're the ones that cause a bit of trouble. Excellent. So thank you, Michelle. So tell us what that announcement was again.
Okay, so everyone that's commented after me and you sign off, I'm going to get you to do a number generator, and we're
Okay.
going to choose two people to get a free Slimline die set.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Well, we're still here for another couple of minutes, so if you haven't left a
Yep,
comment yet, jump into the comments and
yep.
let us know that you're there.
And also, I'm running a promotion from now until, I think it's the 10th of October, is it? You've got your picture to
Yes, we're on
page
9th, 10th and 11th of October.
show. So until now and then, if you place an order and you put P2P or picture to page in your comments, you'll get a free stamp set with your order.
A free stamp set. So ordering between now, and we've put the Snazzi Scrapping website here in the comments. So order, put P2P in the comments and get a free stamp set. Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. That's lovely.
I do have some of my regulars that have ordered this morning. So they don't have to worry. And Yolandi's one. So they'll get the free stamp set anyway, okay?
Oh,
so,
lovely.
Yeah. So anyone from today onwards, so there's one per customer. So they've got, you don't have to put in an order now. It can be next week or, 2 weeks' time, but your next order, just put the P2P in the comments and you'll get one of our stamp sets for free.
Oh, that's so lovely, Michelle. Thank you so much for offering that to our crafting community.
That's okay, Michelle. Look, you're doing a great job getting the word out there for all of us, and I really appreciate it as a business owner because we've all got a very different business at the moment, haven't we?
We certainly have. We certainly have. And it has been great, like we said, to connect with you. And I really love what you're doing for the craft industry because you really are thinking about designs and coming up with your own stamps and dies and all sorts of things.
Yep. Well, I'm trying. I'm lucky I've got a good sister that, is really good at doing everything that I give her to do. I'm sorry about that, Kim. She loves me, though. She loves me.
Yeah, well, I believe you're in different states, aren't you? So that might help.
Yeah, we are in different states. And look, my design team, I couldn't get the stuff out there if I didn't have them. So for Hayley, Anne-Marie, Nicole, and Sharon's new on the ball, but she has some great designs. So I'll be putting up a post after this and showing what they did with the birds and other things, in the next few days about what they've done and everything. So,
and of course, thank you to Michael for the website.
Yes, and Michael for the website and Dave for all his support in behind the scenes. And I've got a new employee, Michelle.
Oh,
it's my mum.
Your mum?
My mum. Mum's been packaging stamps and dies for me since Dad passed away.
Yeah.
Keeping her busy. So, hi, Mum.
Oh,
I know
lovely.
She's
well, thanks, Mum. We would be lost without our mums, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Well, she's watching with my daughter today. So, that's really lovely.
Excellent. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for joining us today as P2PCrafts Presents Snazzi Scrapping.
Thank you, Michelle.
And we will see you again very soon in October.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Excellent. Well, I really hope you enjoyed that fantastic walk through the latest range of Snazzi Scrapping. I just love those Slimline dies. So someone suggested you could use the oval ones for photos. The Australian birds were so cute, the silos. Like I said, it really is lovely to have a small Australian company that's doing things and really recognising that Australia content because, a few years ago we didn't see a lot of Australian things, or it was all a little bit, I don't know, sort of cartoony rather than representing what we really do. So as Michelle said, on the special offer, she's going to draw 2 numbers out of the barrel for the comments. So if you've got anything else to say, make sure you leave a message or at least say hi in the comments. If you do have any other questions, pop them in there as well. And as Michelle said, head over to the Snazzi Scrapping website, pop P2P in your order, and then get a surprise free stamp as well. And we do really thank Michelle for continuing to support P2P Craft Presents. So that is it. Another fantastic chat with one of our very talented retailers. For all of these videos and for catch up and all the links to the Snazzi Scrapping website, head over to our website from picture2pageandbeyond.com.au where you can get all the latest going on, sign up to our website, and of course, while you're here, make sure you give us a like or a thumbs up, share us with your crafty friends, and continuing to spread the love and the connection through crafting that we've all had. So this is Michelle signing off. We hope you have a crafty day.